This is Chie Satanaka, and you're listening to the Giant Sword Podcast. You better eat more meat.
Hello and welcome to this week's Giant Sword Podcast. I'm your party leader, Nick Lynn. Joining me today, as always, is Taylor Hoyt. What's up, Taylor?
What's going on, Nikolai?
Everything's good. I'm running on 4 hours of sleep. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I woke up in the middle of the night and it took me like 2 hours to go back to sleep.
Because you said about the aliens are coming?
The aliens were going to come kill me, Nick. They were right there. They were looking at me in the window. I saw them. Mm-hmm.
I had dreams like that too when I was like 4.
I'm still 4 up here.
Yeah, I remember.
What do you think this means?
I think that I'm 4. I just remember distinctly. This has got to be when I was like 4. Actually 4 or 5. And I had a dream that a freaking Jim Carrey was looking through the window at me, smiling really creepily. No idea why.
That is so random.
Yeah, it was like I guess I saw something of one of his movies when I was younger, and he's freaked me out. I don't know.
Okay.
Really weird, right?
Good old Jim Carrey.
I know. No, like there's like his crazy smile. I don't know how to do it, but distinctly remember it. Right here.
Okay, right there. All right.
So this episode, not much news because it's the week before E3, so it's the silence before the storm. Hopefully,
your mouse is right on my face.
It is. There it is, and I moved it.
Yeah, not a whole lot going on. I think all the announcements that are going to get made have probably been made, and now they're just waiting for the press conferences, is my guess.
Yep. All right. So let's move to the one thing of news that we got is that Square Enix trademarks collection of mana in Europe.
Okay.
So
yeah, I did see that. That looks interesting.
So that was I remember that was rumored way back.
Because it came out in Japan, I think, only, and we never got it.
Really? I don't remember it even being a thing.
I think it came out in Japan on Switch. Because there's one mana game we never got, I think.
Oh, let me see.
I could be wrong. But I know that remake did not do that great. Or it got poor reviews, and I mean, we talked about it on the podcast. It was got a lot of bugs.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I guess it did only come over. It would release in Japan, and now there's hints of it coming overseas. Yeah, that hopefully, man, that remake, that game was just like so bad, and not just like bad. It was cheaply made, and the art style was weird, and there was so many bugs. So I know the Secret of Mana is like a classic, but there were so many bugs. And
that's a shame. I wonder if have they ever patched it? Do you know?
No idea. All I know I think it's part of the gameplay. So I mean, I remember playing it, and I remember he had like doing the battles are kind of like active, right? Mm-hmm. They're kind of, but they're not really because you would attack enemies and it wouldn't hit them because they're always in like an inference state or something like that.
Oh, weird.
And like none of the battles didn't feel tactile. You didn't feel impact when you hit things. And I remember that really bothered me.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
That is a shame. I think that's just Secret of Mana in general, though, because that's how the game was designed. It was just the badness was just amplified because it was in a weird 3D art style.
Yeah, it almost looks like it's got like a feel like it was a mobile game or something like that. You know what I mean?
Everyone knows the mobile game art style.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? What's it called? Mighty Max. Not Mighty Max. Oh my god. Mighty Number 9.
Oh, yeah. It's that cheap 3D look, yeah.
Yeah, that art style. It's awful. But yeah, that's pretty much all the news that we're going to talk about today.
If it's the old games, but they've up-res them to HD, would you be interested in picking that up?
I don't know. I never played any of the other ones. I mean, I have Legend of Mana on my PS3, the PS1 Classic, so I think I even own it on PS1, but I've never really played them. So I don't know.
Because like I said, I think there's a third one that we never got. I could be wrong, but that would be cool because that's one of those all-time classics. I would definitely want to try it out, but yeah, I don't know.
I think it was
As
actually
long as it's better than the remake.
Yeah, and it's not broken like the remake. Then that was broken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's move on to already. It's usually like halfway point through our podcast, but to what we've been playing. Taylor, have you been playing anything? I mean, oh wait, give us the good news.
I finally I broke 2 hours in my Ys 8 speedrun journey. It's been taking so long, and finally I cracked it. And honestly, what did it is in years past, I have just been looking at my notes. And that's been the only way I can remember because there's so much. I mean, it's a 2 hour speedrun, and it was hard to memorize everything. So one day before I started speedrunning, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to read this, memorize the order I'm doing things, and then try it. And sure enough, the first time I died on the final boss, so that killed the run. But then the second time, it was pretty smooth, and I think my time is like 1:56:45 or something like that. So really good time, or at least for me. So
what's the world record?
I want to say it's like 1:40:25. So I got good 16 minutes to shave. Yeah, that's not because there's some people that cheat and they have like a PS4 Pro with a solid state drive, and that makes the loading times faster and inevitably gives you a better time. But if you want to get real crazy, I think the world record is actually like 25 minutes or something because there's a new route, but this is like the old route that some of the old speedrunners like. It's just more fun. You actually fight the bosses. There's more tricks. I don't know. I enjoy doing it. So
isn't it like the speedruns where it's like you do something in the game where you teleport to the end of the game somehow, and then you just like one shot the boss somehow, and then it's over, and you're like, yeah, I beat the game in about a minute. I'm pretty amazing.
Yeah, at that point, it's not even fun to watch. It's not fun to do. It's just like, okay, I did it. I don't know. This one's just fun. There's a lot of running. Like I said, there's cool tricks. You have to learn boss patterns a lot better, and you're in areas way earlier than you should be. So.
But there's one thing now. If you ever played Ys 8 normally, you're never going to be able to do it because you're always you're going to always want to do your tricks.
Sometimes there's really only one time. I remember I got like halfway through Ys 8, I stopped and then I started speedrunning it, and then I went back to finish it. There's only one time where I actually did a trick to skip an area. So the first time you go to oh my gosh, it's the temple with all the doors and the switches and stuff. I forget what it's called. But there's this one door I could not figure out how to open. I'm like, okay, well, I know how to trick around it, so I just tricked the door. But that's the only time. Other than that, I played it normally.
And since you skipped that door, you never hit its trigger. So now you can never beat the game because you need that trigger to beat the game.
That's right. It messes the whole thing.
The whole thing's up. It's messed up. No more playing. Just done.
Done. Yeah, so now I'm like, do I want to try to put the effort in to get sub 150? That would be a lot of extra work. And I don't know if I'm willing to do that. My goal was to get under 2 hours, and I did that, and I think I'm probably done. And I'm probably going to dedicate that time to something else.
It's like my bucket list.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It just took so long. I was able to... I got movement down because the game is all about like jump dashing. It looks like you're just rolling constantly. Mm-hmm. If you've ever watched the speed run. And then at that point, it's a matter of just perfecting the fights, perfecting the tricks so you don't drop any of them. And yeah, I don't really know what else. And then just praying to RNGesus that you get good cycles from Geosburn and the Mud Hunt with the bat. So.
I remember when you first started, there was this trick where you had to do like this weird thing where you would float up this tree to skip this TX boss.
Yeah.
Have you gotten that down where it's like breathing now?
Almost. Because you have to do it so many times, like sometimes I think about it too much and I do it wrong, but now I can usually do it just about every time. Sometimes I'll drop it once or twice, but I can usually do it every time now.
Nice.
Yeah, that one's probably still the hardest because you have to repeat that motion so many times.
And then just right when you get over the tree, you're just like, this looks hilarious. You just skip over
just
the boss.
Floating in the air, yeah.
How do people figure out this stuff?
Yeah, I have no idea. That is the craziest thing about speedruns.
It's like they look around, they're like, I need to skip this boss. So what should I do? Hey, there's a tree here. I'm gonna create these specific button combination movements, and I'm gonna float up this tree and see if I can skip the boss. Who thinks of this?
Don't know. You know what's really funny is you're technically not skipping the boss. What you're doing, well, you are, but you're skipping him so you can get the Geospurn crystal, so you can go back to him faster later. It's just apparently it's a more efficient route, all in all. Because what you do is you skip him, you go up, you get the Geospurn crystal, you come back, and then you fight him, and then I think you do the mud hunt, where you're in the mud with a bat, and then I think you do Geospurn. Yeah.
I just remember I was watching you do the finale when you actually get under 2 hours, and all it is the ending is just you going through a bunch of menus, and then suddenly the end screen pops up, and I'm like, oh, so that's how you do it.
Yeah, because it's at the end when they're leaving on the boat, and then it's just like 1, 2, 3, the end.
That's funny.
Yeah, because the stressful part is the final boss. Because the final boss, when you're just fighting as Donna, is tough. Because you have to be perfect with your dodges. You only have so many healing and revive items. And we do a trick where essentially Donna has a weapon equipped in both hands, and her armor are weapons. So essentially she's fighting with 4 weapons somehow. I don't know how it works on the back end, but
see, that's another thing. It's like, okay, we need to beat this game with Donna, so let's break the game where you can equip 4 weapons. Okay, let's gotta figure out how to do that.
That's the part I don't understand. How do you mess around with the game so much? You have to look at the code on the back end or something. I feel like
how do you
look
do
at
this?
The triggers maybe? Because I don't understand. And there's also that one part where you beat you skip the mud boss, and as soon as you exit, it just teleports you to Donna. She gets killed immediately, and then it ports you back.
Oh yeah.
It's okay, you're Donna for a second.
That's when you die to the master, right?
Yeah, the big monkey guy.
Yeah, that's such a random thing. It's like, oh, he's not even supposed to be here, but okay, I guess that happened. Yeah. Only people like Kimpy could figure this stuff out. So there are people.
He's almost got the platinum. He said.
Well, it's that, and he's like when he gets dedicated to something, he gets dedicated to something. So.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you saw, but he posted his little Cold Steel notebook or whatever in Discord. So he's got all these notes about the world and stuff. So
it's so funny.
Very dedicated.
You see, when I asked him, so what did you get out of this? What was the point? And he was like, I wanted to retain. I wanted the information. I wanted to retain that information. I'm like, okay, I get it. Even though you just retain it in here. Gosh, use your brain, guys. You gotta be like Taylor, and have your most favorite game of all time, but forget all the characters.
That's right. Best way to do it.
That's how the names of the characters. You know the characters, you just don't know the names. That's when you know it's good.
Mm-hmm. The less you remember, the better it is.
Yeah. It's so funny because that's so true to you. That's just it's you. So Taylor, you really like Tokyo Xanadu, right? Yeah. Okay. So do you remember about this part with this song and this boss? No, I don't actually. That's talking about games with Taylor, guys.
Mm-hmm. Who are the characters? I don't even know.
But you were playing that recently. How far did you get?
3rd or 4th chapter, something like that.
So after,
I think I'm just about to get. It's the Blaze part of the game where you're doing the fight with the Blaze gang.
Oh, that's pretty far.
Yeah.
You're in the dance club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. God, that game is so good.
God, this game's so God.
It's amazing.
Kimmy doesn't like it, so obviously it's trash tier. Just put it.
Yeah, put it right in trash tier.
No one will get what that means.
Some people might.
All right. Have you been playing anything else?
I recently picked up Fire Emblem Echoes.
Oh yeah, you
3DS.
played that. Yeah.
So I played that for about 2 hours. It is a very weird Fire Emblem game. It's not a traditional one where it's just like fight after fight after fight. There's like dungeons you explore and you break boxes and you get items, and the maps are very simple, and there's no weapon triangle, which is common in most of the Fire Emblem games. And I think it's every Fire Emblem game except that one. And yeah, it's really different, but I like it because the battles are kind of quick and snappy. That's always been my problem with strategy RPGs, is sometimes the battles just take forever, and then if you lose, you have to do the whole thing over, and it's such a bummer. That's what I liked about Tactics Ogre, where you had that mechanic where you could rewind a bunch of turns.
No, I think it was only like 5 turns, right? Or can you go through it like I don't remember. But that's cool. It's like, oh, I messed up. What did I do to go back to where I could fix that mistake?
Exactly, and Fire Emblem Echoes has that. You have to collect items, and it increases how many turns you can rewind. But apparently, what happens near the end of the game, there's these mages that keep summoning these like zombies and these whatever. So it's like every turn, the enemy's spawning like 5 to 10 new enemies, and it's just the battles apparently just drag. So
sounds like Project Cross Zone.
Yep, pretty much. So that makes me sad because I'm really enjoying the game so far, but apparently near the end of the game, it just starts dragging. So hopefully I'll just grind it up. Kraft really recommended the game. He's like, yeah, just make sure you grind. So I'm going to try to grind a lot. And then once I do that, hopefully it won't be too bad.
Good.
Yeah. What you been playing, Nikolai?
Sorry, I got a cough now. I've been playing some more Grandia 2, which is interesting. I'm at the I think I'm at the darkest part of the story. Mm-hmm. People should know what that. If people played Grandia 2, they should know where I'm at. It's fun. Yeah, like I've been replaying it, and I just noticed how like cheesy the dialogue is, and how like upfront it is. It's like, oh, I'm so sad. I need to do this thing, but no, I'm just so sad. I'm like, oh wow,
get over yourself.
This is really like bad, really early 2000s writing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the game's fun. I enjoy it. People like it better than 1. I don't see that. I think 1's better still. Fight me on that.
I have not played 2, but I enjoy 1. 1's a good game.
2 is completely different. 1's about a boy and his adventure, and 2 is about the end of the world.
Oh, fun. Typical JRPG.
Yeah. So, fun characters, though. Fun characters. I played that, and then I downloaded Grand Blue Fantasy for the phone.
Oh, you got it on your phone?
Yeah, I have it on my phone. Let's play.
How are you able to do that? Do you have to like create a Japanese account or something?
Let's see. Here we go. Right here.
Nice. And it's all in English. Cool.
What it is I had to download an app called QApp, which I don't know what it does, but it makes me able to download the Japanese app. And I just downloaded it and then put it in English and created an account, which the account site is all in Japanese, so I had to go through a guide to what I had to put in. And once I did that, I just started playing. I didn't really play it. I did the prologue, and then I got all the beginning gotcha stuff where it's like, here's all these free stuff, so we make sure we hook you and you keep getting more stuff. And that's where I got that super, super rare girl with the huge boobs.
Yeah, dude, her boobs really bigger than her head. That was insanity.
So I was like, it was like, okay, I'm gonna get one super rare character. Who was it gonna be? And I didn't know who it was gonna be, and I got her. I'm like, that's typical.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, now these are what the characters are like in Grand Blue Fantasy, huh? I guess I have stuff to look forward to in Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, which I played.
Yeah, we both played it. I mean, I think you played a lot more than I did in beta, but what did you think of it?
Oh, I really enjoyed it. I played the beta that started at 2 a.m. for me, and I played until 5 a.m.
Jeez.
So 3 hours of playtime, and it was just really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. It's very simple, unique. It's like the reason why I like it is because it's like Street Fighter. So it plays like Street Fighter. It's slow like Street Fighter. It's footsies like Street Fighter, and the combos are very like 2 normals into a super. That's like a normal combo, or unless you do like a wall bounce, which is very rare in some cases. Then you could do like a 7-hit combo, but it's fun. I love how it looks. What do you think about how it looks, Taylor?
Oh, it looks perfect. It looks incredible.
Yeah,
the Arc System Works art style. They just nailed it.
I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, man, fighting games look amazing right now. Then I think about the other games that are in 3D, and I'm like, man, fighting games look terrible right now.
They're all the Capcom games.
Yeah, no, even Shamsao, but it's like Arc System. I know you want to keep this to yourself, but lend out your like tech. Let other people figure out how to make 3D, 2D style.
No way. You just gotta hoard it for yourself, man.
I know.
Pay us to do it.
But I was just thinking that you could do that. It's like, hey, we'll lend you out this engine. You could use it, but you got to pay us. It's like, do it. I want to see Street Fighter look like that. You know, can you imagine Street Fighter still being 3D but also looking 2D? Oh,
that'd be incredible.
But yeah,
Persona 5 Arena. It's gonna be good.
I know. I wonder what kind of style they're going to be going for. Are they going to go back to, because this is like their slowest game they've ever made. I'm not saying slow is bad. I'm just saying they're usually typical anime fighters, which is usually really fast, really crazy, things going everywhere. And this one's just grounded, footsies, Street Fighter, but with anime, which is like perfect combo.
Not like Dragon Ball Fighters, because whenever I watch Dragon Ball Fighters, it's like these insane combos that just go on forever. Yeah, it's a typical Marvel-like game. So, I mean, it's cool. It's a cool fighting game for Dragon Ball Z, and I love Dragon Ball Z. But Marvel was never really my thing. So I played it. I got decent at it, and I never got really, really good. But you got good at fighters. I've become better than what I used to be. So I think back about what I used to be, and I'm like, man, I was a scrub. Couldn't block correctly. Couldn't do anything. But now, I'm okay. I'm decent. Nice.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Pretty simple.
Cool.
So
nice.
Very nice. So let's do one more discussion before we go to our topic.
Okay.
Have you been watching any anime?
Just the seasonal stuff. Shield Hero, Attack on Titan. Rewatching Squid Girl when I go to bed for like the 100th time. That's like just an easy watch kind of show. I get
it because I'm doing the same thing with High Score Girl.
Okay.
I just put it on I put like one episode on and I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I'm done.
Yeah.
But I changed it up yesterday. I was like, you know what? I've put this off long enough. It's time to watch Attack on Titan Season 3. And I started it up. And 6 episodes later, I need to go to bed. It's like, I gotta stop playing next episode. I gotta go to bed. And that's what I did. But yeah, I was watching it, and I felt really lost at first. I remember what happened at the end of the second season. The third season seems like there's a time skip because they all seem older. I don't know if it was just like because I haven't watched the anime in a long time, but it looks like everyone is older compared to last season.
Interesting.
And then they did the whole like crazy thing.
Yeah. Yeah, because what's her name? What's her name? Hestia? No, that's a different anime.
Historia.
Story, I was close. Yeah, she hasn't even been in the anime or this whole season, so she's been in the background doing her thing, but it's not really about that anymore.
Oh, you're talking about like right now? She's like a big figure in this, and the beginning of the third season, and now the second half of the third season, it's completely different. Apparently, a lot of crazy stuff's happening right now. So
are you not all the way caught up?
No.
Oh, dude, the last couple episodes have been insane.
So apparently, important characters get knocked out. So I wonder what that's gonna what's gonna happen.
It's like Game of Thrones or Walking Dead. Don't get attached to anybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's fair game.
It was definitely like that at the first season, where it's like, they're
dude,
all friends, and
like
everyone was dying.
Yeah, that was insane. Season 1 was nuts. This season is getting close to that. It's not quite that bad, but there's definitely a lot of deaths.
All I know is that season 1 was still the better one. Just like in Walking Dead. The first season of Walking Dead was good.
Yeah.
The special effects might have been compared to now, but I still think it's the best. And season 1 of Attack on Titan was just like god tier. And that's why everyone loved it.
And it had an amazing OP.
Yeah, the OP for this third season, or the first half of the third season, is really interesting. It's like, wow, this is completely different than the openings that they're used to. It's all like typical anime intro.
And it's like all piano and it's like all emotional.
Yeah.
Is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah.
Yeah.
I got so confused because I couldn't remember if they cut season 2 into 2 parts or season 3 into 2 parts. I'm like confused as to
Season 3.
It was season 3.
And season 1 was 2 parts as well. It was like the beginning arc, retaking Trost. I think that's what it was. And then the second arc was luring out the female.
Yeah. Yeah, season 2 was not my favorite. It was so much more about politics and the government and like all that behind the scenes stuff. But 3 gets back to the action, which I like.
That's what I've noticed is this one gets back to the snappy storytelling. The second one was like really drawn out.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think barely anything happened. Like they followed what happens? Well, I'm not going to spoil it. I just remember them like going to a wall, then coming back, and that was the whole season.
But this one, they're determined to get to the basement.
Yeah,
that's in the opening. The opening shows the basement. It's like, oh shit, we're finally going to get there. Haven't got there yet, but
no. Cool.
It's good though. Cool. Yeah.
So,
are you watching Shield Hero, or have you been watching that at all?
I haven't watching any anime. That's why it's just like I'm going to start Attack on Titan.
Gotcha.
That's what I did. Whew. Man,
Shield Hero's good.
That's what I heard. And it has best waifu apparently.
Raphtalia.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to our topic. Let's actually talk about JRPGs.
Okay.
So E3. This podcast is going to be out tomorrow. So because we had to record really late this time. E3 is just around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to, we don't need to, but what do you predict? We had our dreams last episode. Now this is actually going to be like our real down-to-earth predictions of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So do you want to go by company?
Yeah, or we could go by press conference, we could go by company. But yeah, company might be better because there's a lot of them that are not going to have JRPGs. Obviously, like Bethesda, Ubisoft, EA, probably even Microsoft are not going to have anything JRPG related.
You know what? Microsoft could pull what they did last year. Was it last year? And show off Persona 5 Arena. Don't know.
Oh, that would be interesting because they did show off Vesperia or the Vesperia remaster last year.
And then they showed off Dragon Ball FighterZ as well.
That's right. That was the year before, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but yeah. That's true. They could do Persona 5 Arena. You know what pisses me off is like as big as Persona is, it's never really been in any of the press conferences. The biggest showing it's ever had was at the Game Awards when they announced Joker for Smash, and that's it.
Yeah, and people are like, "What the heck is this?" I just remember everyone's like, "What is this crap?"
No, people knew it was Persona at least.
I don't know. I bet you a lot of people is like, What is this anime crap? Get this out of my Game Awards. I want Call of Duty 5,000 million 3.
No.
I want my Avengers game because I'm a freaking normie.
They said they're going to show it at Square Enix's thing. I'm excited. It's going to be awesome.
No, it's not. It's going to be crap, and you're going to feel bad.
Yeah, okay.
That is my prediction.
Low expectations. It's going to be crap.
There you go.
There we go. Keep it low, and then if it's decent, then...
It's going to be crap. It's going to be the stupid Iron Man VR game that we saw, and times 5. So
that's
what it's going to be.
That's a... Nick is such a cynic. I love it. All right.
Your expectations are low now, right?
That's right.
So now
So let's really talk. So let's start with Square Enix.
All right.
Obviously, they're going to show. They're going to show the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Okay.
I
So
think,
go.
I think they're going to show Tifa because they have not. They've teased her. They've shown her name on the menu, but they haven't shown her. So they're going to finally show her off. And I think they're going to, at the very least, I think they're going to give a release window. I don't know about a release date, but I think they're going to give a release window like early 2020 or whatever.
What if I predict it's going to be like coming November 11th, 2019.
You think it's coming this year?
Probably actually. I think so. Maybe Square Enix has turned a new leaf, and it's like, you know what? We're gonna release the day. We're gonna show off all this stuff. It's coming. The release date is end of this year.
That would be hilarious because I remember like when they started ramping up Final Fantasy 15, like all the trailers would always just say now in development. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But it would be amazing to finally have a release date. Like I was shocked that Death Stranding got a release date that like last week when they showed off that stream. So yeah, who knows? Maybe you're right. Maybe Square will shock us and have a release date.
I predict that they're not going to show another trailer. They're just going to show straight up a demo. They're going to be like, this is how the game plays. This is how materia works. This is how small Tifa's boobs are now. This is Midgar. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to do. I mean, that's what they should do. I mean, if they don't, then they're like, oh, great, we're not going to see this game for another 5 years.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're way past due. I mean, they kept saying, like, once Kingdom Hearts 3 is out, we can finally start bumping up the marketing for 7. And the fact that they showed that State of Play and they said they're going to have it, that's going to be their main showpiece, I feel like, at the Square Conference.
Is it a Square Conference is at Sony's time, right?
Yeah, it's 6 p.m. Pacific, I think. Yeah.
Monday. Great.
On Monday, yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to miss it because I'm going to be at work.
No. And it's going to be 9 o'clock here. It's going to be really late when it's over, but it'll be good.
Hopefully. Or it's going to be crap. Like remember when they first had the Square Enix conference?
Oh, dude, that was so bad.
I think they did one last year, but it was almost just like a pre-recorded type of thing. Like they would bring people up on stage and they would talk, and I think they're just going to do like a direct style type of thing.
They're going to show the new Tokyo RPG Factory game.
Onanaki.
Yeah, definitely going to see that. Will we see a Final Fantasy 16 tease?
No. I think that waits. Here's where I think you get that. Here's what's going to happen. Sony is going to do their like PS5 reveal event. They're going to show off, look how many particles we can do now. Look at the loading times. Here's NAC 3. And then
NAC 3 better be there, Taylor.
It's going to be there. And then I think they might come back to E3, and if they do, or they're going to have some big blowout for PS5. I think that's where you get Final Fantasy 16, because that's kind of what they did. The E3 before PS4 came out, because they showed Kingdom Hearts 3, they showed Versus 13/15. So I think they'll do something similar, because that game is in development. So I think we're a few ways off. I think that's a 2021 game, but it's coming.
It's coming. And it better be medieval, and it better be classic.
Yep, I think it is.
Or I should say an evolution of classic.
Yeah.
So it's going to be turn-based, but it's going to be like a different type of turn-based, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
More snappy turn-based, like Persona.
That's right.
I'm probably gonna see Kingdom Hearts 3 Relive trailer.
What do you think that is?
I really can't talk about it without spoiling Kingdom Hearts.
So is it tied to the end of the true ending, you think?
I have a feeling it's tied to the ending.
Okay. That'd be interesting. We'll just say that much and leave it at that.
Yeah. It has to be a story after the ending. That's what I think. I don't think it's something before or during Kingdom Hearts 4 or 3. I think it's going to be after story.
Okay. Okay, so I have two predictions that kind of dovetail off each other. They're going to show, this is not a JRPG, I don't think, but they're going to show Platinum's game Babylon's Fall. They announced it last year. It looks like knights, medieval knights or something. I don't really know what that game is, but they're going to show that off. And I also think they're going to announce the next Nier game. Recently, they announced it sold 4 million copies. They'd be stupid not to make another one of those. And it's been about 2 years, so I think the time is right to at least show it off and then maybe release it next year or something like that. So I think that they're going to announce the next Nier game.
But he's too busy with Final Fantasy 16.
I wish, dude. Yoko Taro on Final Fantasy 16 would be incredible. That would be so weird. They might do it. Here's the dream. The dream would be 16. Actually, the dream is that Yoshida, that is doing Final Fantasy 14, which his business division is developing 16, if the rumors are all to be true.
Yep.
But I think what would be amazing is if Yoko Taro does another Nier, nails it, sells really well, and then like, you know what? You can do Final Fantasy 17. That would be awesome.
You could do Final Fantasy. You could do Final Fantasy Tactics 2. I want to see it.
Yes. And I think that's all for Square. They mentioned that they're doing another Octopath Traveler. I think it's way too early to mention or to show off what that is because that game came out like a year ago.
So I got the idea. Here's the idea.
Okay.
They're gonna show off like Octopath Traveler coming to PC, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end of that trailer, a little tease, Octopath Traveler 2. That's it. That's all I got to show. Little tease. And it's going to be like, now in development, and we'll not see that game for 5 years.
That's a game that doesn't need... here's the formula for Traveler 2. Connect the stories, have new characters, new environments, the end. That's all you need. Like, that's all people want. So I think they'll do that.
Or they have the character stories and one overarching story as well. That's what you meant?
And I know people are going to say, well, there was an overarching story if you got to the final dungeon, but it was like not as laid out as a typical game is. So make it better.
Make it better.
Make it better.
There you go. That's the quote of the year. Make it better, Taylor 2019.
That's right. Just make it better. And I think that's really all we can expect from that. I'm trying to think if there's any other dormant games or things we might have heard about or something. But I think that's pretty much all we can expect.
Let's go to the next big company, Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
What do you expect from Nintendo?
Mm-hmm. Well, at the time of recording, there's a Pokemon Direct tomorrow, so they're not going to talk about Pokemon, I don't think, at any great lengths. I think they will show more off of Town and give some more details and give a release date. Because they teased it. I don't even remember when they talked about that game. Was that the beginning of the year or late last year or something like that?
Town? I thought Town was announced at E3 last year.
Oh, was it? It might have been. It might have been that long ago. But yeah, I mean, that's another Game Freak game. It's funny that they're going to potentially have 2 games out this year. But yeah, I think they're going to actually give that a proper name, give it a release date, do an info blowout. I think it's time to learn more about Town.
It's also time to see Metroid Prime 4.
No.
They're gonna announce a port of Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Dude, that would be amazing. Do you think that actually is going to happen though?
No. But we're never gonna see Metroid Prime 4. I mean, if we don't, then that game is vaporware. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
We're gonna see I think we're going to see multiple trailers for the Fighters Pack.
Oh, yeah. They have to. If that game's been out for a long time, they got to start showing some new characters.
Yeah, so I have a feeling that they've been waiting for E3 to show off multiple characters. Like, this character is coming out this month, this character is going to be coming out this month, and then this character is going to be coming out that month. So they've got to have assets now to announce.
So who do you think it's going to be? They've said it's off the wall stuff that you wouldn't expect, and
okay, that better be okay. Sora, I have a 75% chance there's a Sora character. Sora's in it. I think one of it's going to be a Dragon Quest character.
yeah.
I think it's going to be like a generic Dragon Quest X character. I don't think it's going to be like a main character of Sora's. But it's another sword character, so it's going to be annoying. Well, off the walls. I
heard somebody say that because they put this on Switch recently, that one of the Cuphead characters would be in Smash.
Whoever said that's
Watch it happen.
Whoever said that's a moron.
Watch it happen, and then
I'm joking. Yeah, that's just a waste of a character. I'm sorry, Cuphead's not big. Okay, all he does is shoot things. It's not going to be a fun character. I have a feeling there's going to be a Tails character. I mean, there has to be. Namco Bandai helped make this game. There's got to be a Tails character. It's never been in a Smash game. I have a feeling if it has to be, it has to be in between Dragon Quest, Kingdom Hearts, or Tails.
I don't think it's going to be Tails. I think there's like 5% chance it's Tails.
The
only way it's going to be Tails
Lloyd?
if they announce a new Tails game at the Nintendo conference, and then they're like, by the way, that guy is in Smash or something.
Nah.
I don't think it's happening.
No, it's going to be Lloyd. Sadly, it's going to be Lloyd, or it's going to be emo guy from Vesperia.
Yuri,
yeah.
wow, look at this guy. He's beat the game. He can't even remember the character's name. It's unbelievable.
It must be a good game then. Oh wait, I'm not Taylor.
Wow. I think it might be a Fire Emblem Three Houses character.
No,
that would be hilarious.
No.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, but it's not going to be possible. They said every DLC character is going to be from a franchise that's never been in Smash Brothers. So.
Oh, okay.
No Fire Emblem. Thank God.
That would be amazing. The outrage would be hilarious.
It's like, here's the next 3 characters. It's all like 3 characters from 3 houses, all from the different houses. Everyone would be like, Nintendo, we're not buying Fire Emblem anymore. We don't care.
Stop shoving it down our throats.
I know, we don't care. Who else? It's gonna be Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 2.
I could buy it. Because they're going to announce the Resident Evil 2 remake is getting ported to Switch. And
it's going to be all cartoony. It's going to be Resident Evil 2 mobile edition.
That'd be awesome. Okay, let me think of other JRPGs that Nintendo might have in their back pocket. The only other one I could think of that people have been asking for a while is Golden Sun. But I feel like that's not going to happen at E3 because they have so many games that they haven't talked about. Like, they haven't talked about Luigi's Mansion 3. They haven't talked about Animal Crossing. There's just a lot that they need to talk about and spend time on. And I would be shocked if we got some big
So
RPG
Rune Factory 5 is going to be shown completely. Just info bust. All this info is going to come in. I know. I'm joking.
Here's the only, I think, legitimate, this is 50-50. There's been talks that Monolith, who did Xenoblade, they're working on a new IP. That's the only thing I think they could possibly announce, RPG-wise.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
No. It said it's a new IP, so it would be something brand new, which would be really cool. New IP.
Xeno something. It's going to have Xeno in it.
Xeno Sword.
Xeno Pyra.
That's right. Pyra spinoff.
Xeno Mithra.
It'd be amazing if it was not a Xeno something.
It's going to be a Xeno something. Definitely, I'm calling it. It's gonna be Xeno. They're probably working on a new IP, but then it's gonna be coming out as Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I bet you. I bet you. Or Xenoblade Chronicles Y.
No.
Y standing for why is this a thing? What else? Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo's not. I don't think we've already gotten multiple JRPG news from Nintendo throughout the year. Yeah. Nintendo has satisfied me with Rune Factory. Maybe we'll get a trailer for Rune Factory 4 release date for inside the States.
Oh yeah, that's true. That I bet you that would probably happen. Oh, here's a game. I don't know if it's too early to show this. People have been saying maybe Tokyo Game Show's the time for it, but they have, when they announced the Switch, when they did that whole event where they announced the release date and everything, they announced SMT5, but they never showed. They still haven't shown gameplay. There's no release date. There's no nothing. So maybe something for SMT5 would be kind of cool.
SMT5, and we haven't heard anything from the Tales series. So maybe they'll finally show off that port that they're working on, you know?
Maybe. We're long overdue for Tales, man.
It's funny how we're saying that because we just got Vesperia.
I know, right? That's a HD remaster, though. That's not like a new game.
I don't think we're going to be getting a new game for a bit. I still think we're going to get a port for the Switch, and then we're going to get another definitive edition before we get the new one. I have a feeling that's what's happening.
Why do you have that feeling?
There's a feeling in my heart that they're trying to change Tales, and they're trying to make it right. And so they need money, and they need flow. So they're like, okay, let's just port these games. There you go. Because they really want to knock down the high school setting for a Tales game. They want to make it perfect, you know. Where you
high school setting?
High school setting for a Tales game. It's going to happen.
You think so?
I don't know. That seemed to be the fad back in the day, but I don't think. Can you see that a high school scene with the Tales theme?
It's going to be called Tales of Educatia. That's going to be the title. It's all about learning, gaining knowledge.
So you're gonna have a childhood friend, and she's always over. And always taking care of you, and you're just like, get out of my life, let me sleep. And she's like, gotta eat your breakfast to be healthy. And then, like, for some reason, there's a fire next door the next day. And it's like, oh no, my childhood friend's house is on fire, we gotta save her. And you have to go there, and she's like a magical girl.
And it turns out there's an ancient evil that's threatening the world, and you gotta team up and stop it.
Yeah. And you gotta find, and since it's all modern now, right? And since humanity has forgotten its spiritual earthiness, you have to find the great spirits to awaken all the elements again, to bring spirits back into the world.
And to awaken the 5 spirits, you have to find 5 magical orbs.
Yeah.
And that's how you can awaken them.
Yeah. And there's this giant tree that's like a husk of a tree in the middle of the world. We never know what it's for. It turns out that's the mana tree, and you're going to resurrect it again.
And to get there, you have to go on a boat, and on your way to the boat, you're going to run into a ghost ship, and there's going to...
Yep. The cool thing about this Tales game is that you're going to be able to romance your female partners, your female party members, and there's going to be bonding events and social links. And the battle system's not even, action anymore. It's all turn-based. And with weaknesses... Yeah.
But here's the problem. It's still going to have terrible dungeon design. Because they don't know how to make good dungeons.
It's
really bad dungeons.
It's going to be RPG Maker dungeons, where it's like it's like a straight hallway
grid. Yeah, it's there.
Because they ran out. They spent all their budget on the new setting and crazy effects and crazy crazy soundtrack and art style.
Paying UFO table or Ufotable, however you say that name. They made these crazy cutscenes, huge budget. So that's where all the budget went. Yeah. You know what? Forget the Tales studio. Ufotable. They should just make the game. Just let them make the game.
They took Arc System Works' engine and they made it so they made the game look 2D, but also in 3D, and it's just amazing looking.
That's right. Yep.
We're making a joke, but this is probably going to happen. This is like a 95% chance this is all happening.
Dude, if Tales had a high school setting, I'd be all down for that, man. That'd be amazing.
I don't know what I'll do. Ah. So, high school setting, and the battle system is going to be 2D and quick and snappy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be social links. Calling it, that's what the new Tales game is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm right, you owe me even more Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Because you owe me Taco Bell because Persona 5 is not coming to the Switch.
Yeah, it is. Persona 5 Scramble.
It's not the
It's
same.
coming to the Switch. No, it's got Persona 5 in the name.
No. Guys, you got to be the ruling on this. He said Persona 5 port. There's no port in Persona 5. He owed me Taco Bell.
Hey, it's not over yet. That's what they're going to announce at Nintendo Persona.
So that's what's going to happen? That's what they're going to... At the Nintendo, they're going to do Persona 5 Switch?
That's right. And we've heard your demands, and it's going to happen.
Coming in 2023.
That's right. It's going to take that long. We have to remake the game completely because the Switch is so unpowerful.
Unpowerful.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to Sony. What do you expect from Sony? I
Nothing.
expect...
They're not gonna
I
do it for you.
expect... Well, they're going to have a state of play it.
Are they?
Yeah,
I don't think they are.
they are.
I don't think they are.
They are. So you predict that they're not going to be there.
Yes.
All right. And I predict they are going to be there, and all they're going to show is Last of Us 2. That's it. That's it. And then out of nowhere, Legend of Dragoon Remake. All's forgiven.
All is forgiven. Yep. I wonder what Blue Point's working on. Everybody keeps saying it's Demon Souls, but it's like, dude,
Why do people keep saying it's Demon Souls? Who wants Demon Souls?
not me. Give me Legend of Dragoon, baby.
Legend of Dragoon, baby. Yeah. What else can they port from the PS1 era? Let's think. A new Gex game.
Gex.
I don't know where, just Gex. Gex
Siphon
4.
Filter, maybe. SOCOM.
So I can see SOCOM again. All I know is that all our Japanese games are going to be censored. So
That's all that matters. Yeah.
that's all that's going to happen.
So wait for it to come on PC, and then you can get all the nude mods you.
Who puts nude mods in their games? Seriously, who puts nude mods in their games? Taylor.
I don't even know how.
You know how. You know how.
My PC can't even run games.
That's
I tried to run Fortnite and ran it like shit.
And your PC's just fine. I don't know what you did to it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
All right, so let's answer some questions real quick
Alright.
with this early morning podcast of podcastiness.
Mm-hmm.
All right, some from B Cops. Thoughts on the Dragon Quest animated film, and which other JRPG would you like to see get this treatment, but would still work in a 2 to 3 hour film?
Let's see. I haven't played that Dragon Quest. I think it's based off 5. I could be wrong. I haven't played 5. It's weird that they changed it to be like a little bit more Western. Like they changed the art style. It doesn't look like the Akira Toriyama style.
Yep.
But if we ever get an English release, I'll watch it because why not?
Didn't Nino Kuni also get a movie thing as well?
Yeah, it's weird because it's set in the world, but it doesn't have any of the characters. Because that would have been my answer is Nino Kuni, but it is getting a movie. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it turns out good. But
You know what needs a movie? Kingdom Hearts.
oh my god,
Can you imagine a Kingdom Hearts movie?
I don't even know how do you cram that into 2 or 3 hours?
Right? It has to be the entire Kingdom Hearts story.
All 3 movies or all 3 games and all the side.
Oh, all 8 games, all 9 games, all the games. No, you pick a moment, and I'll just do Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yep.
That's all you have to do. People are like, why are Disney characters in this game? Who's
Walt
this weird
Disney
guy?
Animation Productions presents.
No way! No fucking way! just hearing that theme.
That would be incredible.
You would see it. If it was a Kingdom Hearts movie, you would totally see it.
Of course I would, yeah. You know what I genuinely think would make a good movie would be Valkyria Chronicles. It's like gritty war, but with that anime style, and you can get attached to different characters. I think that would make for a good animated movie.
Can you do that entire story in 3 to 2 hours?
Probably, because like honestly, a lot of what that game, the first game's kind of short. It's like 20 hours, but a lot of it is the battles and you messing around in the menus and stuff. So there are ways where you can cut battles that aren't necessary. Just get the good stuff. I think it can be done in 2 to 3 hours because there's definitely key points that if you were to make a new movie, I definitely could see how you could do that. So I think so.
And JRPGs are hard to make movies for.
Because they're always so long.
Yeah. Like I could see the first act of a JRPG to be a movie, and then like the sequel will be the second act. Most of the times, I think like they could be mini series, right?
Yeah,
three episode, 3 hour and a half episode. No, even longer than that. It's a mini series.
Yeah, I think that's the way a lot of things are going. Instead of making it a movie, it's like a Netflix series or something like that, or it's Disney's doing their thing. I think that's the way to go because then you have more time to flesh it out. I just think that's the best way to do. Like, there's a Witcher series that's coming out apparently at the end of the year for Netflix. I'm trying to think.
Scooby Disgust.
Scooby Disgust.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my list of JRPGs here. I'm trying to think of what else would make for a good
movie.
There you go.
Golden
movie
Golden Time
series.
Golden Time will make a good movie.
Golden Time. That's not a game.
It is a game. There's visual
Is
novel, yeah.
Oh, okay.
On the Vita.
I don't know if people count this as a JRPG, but I think Parasite Eve could make a good movie.
The first one?
The first one, yeah, because it's really atmospheric. It's like a horror JRPG almost. And then I think that could be really cool.
And then it became a Resident Evil clone in the second.
And then it became a Resident Evil 6 clone. It was just pure garbage. PSP game is really bad. IMO.
I think that's the general consensus. Final Fantasy X.
There should be a Harvest Moon movie.
That seems like it could be a good anime, though.
Yeah. You know what I think would be a good anime? I'm shocked they have not made one yet. Maybe they have.
You got muted, so I didn't hear you.
Oh. I was going to say, I'm surprised there isn't an Atelier anime.
Probably not.
Cute girls going on adventures,
I was going to say like Rune Factory, but Rune Factory anime.
Bring back harems, baby.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. You can make it harem anime if the protagonist chooses a girl.
So there is a
canon. A conclusion.
Yeah.
It's the only way you can make a harem anime that's satisfying. I grew up in the 90s, alright? Every anime was a harem anime, and everything was unsatisfying.
Tenchi Muyo, Latina, Shuffle.
Ranma.
Oh, was Ranma a harem? Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Shuffle, he chooses someone.
That's true. One of the very few times.
So that's what makes it more satisfying, because he actually chooses someone.
Yep.
They need to make a Fatal Frame movie.
Ooh, that'd be cool. I bet you they have. I mean, there's probably similar movies in Japan, like typical Japanese horror.
And don't make it a freaking PG-13 horror movie. You got to make it R.
Hard R.
I don't know.
Guts and blood.
I don't think it needs to be a hard R, but it needs to be R. And there needs to be leeway for the scares, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the scares where when I was playing Fatal Frame 2, I don't know if I was streaming this. I think I was. I was just looking around this town, and I was on this bridge, and I see this light in the distance. I take out my camera just to zoom in, and right when I take out my camera, a ghost girl appears right in front of the camera, and I just see her face. And I'm like, oh my god! And it was a hanging one too, so her neck was broken, and she was like, ugh. And I'm like, oh my god, what the heck? What is this? It was right when I took the camera out too. It was really weird. It was perfect timing. I tried to replicate it, but no, it was just perfect timing. It was not scripted.
Interesting.
Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X. No, I just saw Final Fantasy X Night PS2 version.
No.
What's that from?
I think it's from Family Guy. There's like the Mexican maid. It's like, can you do this? No.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it is. You're right. That's what it is. Yeah. All right, Taylor. So
Oculus Trip. It needs its own series. Come on, make it happen.
Yes. Vampires invading Akiba, and the only way to defeat them is to rip off their clothes.
Perfect show.
100%. 10 out of 10. Perfect game.
It would fit right in with modern anime. There's so many dumb anime now. Fit right in.
All right, so I want to do one final little tangent. I want to talk about this. This doesn't really have to talk about JRPGs, but WoW Classic.
Okay.
WoW Classic. I was going to talk about this, but during our what we've been playing section, but I forgot. I really enjoy that game. I don't know why, but it's super nostalgic when you play it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering what would make you. I mean, you said. Tell me what you said. You can't Would you play WoW Classic?
We were on voice chat the other night. I don't think I could ever play WoW again because of how much time it takes, and I just remember how much time it sucked away from me when I was playing it, and I felt like social life and all these other things were really. And this was also when I was in college. I was the typical almost got kicked out of college guy because I was playing too much WoW, and I just don't want that to happen again. I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm not going to go hang out because I got a raid. I just don't. I think those days are behind me. I got a game I can play for a few hours, great. But WoW just required so much time from. I don't know. I don't think I could do it again.
So, if you put a limit on your WoW playing, what I'm gonna do is what my plan is I'm only gonna play WoW Classic when I have someone to play with. If someone wants to quest with me. If there's no one that they don't want to quest, then I will not be playing it. And I would think that would limit my time on it because I'd always need someone to play with. I'm not going to be Kimpy, who's going to disappear from life.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And I'm not saying that as a mean thing because that's what he said he's going to do. I'm like, I can't do that. And knowing me, I never, everyone back in 2004, 2005, that's what everyone did. Is I would start playing with someone, I would start playing with a group of friends, and then the next day they would be level 30, and I would be still at level 10. I'm like, how did you do this? Oh, I just stayed up all night and played all night. It's like, well, how can you do this? So it was impossible to play with people. So the only time I played when I got my own account was with Brian, my brother. And that's the one we played. We just all everyone, my family, whoever played WoW, played together, and we just played. I think you were part of that when we all made WoW. We made Horde characters. It was me, you, Amy, and Brian. Do you remember that?
I didn't play the Horde character much.
No, but you did that with us, right?
A little bit, but I fell off that pretty quick. The time that I really got into it was when Karazhan came out in Burning Crusade, and I was my rogue. But then I also started up a healing druid, and that was just so much fun. I loved healing.
You loved healing?
Yeah, it was fun.
So you're gonna... Oh, wait. Yeah. So you gotta play... You should play with just us.
I can't, because I know me. I know me. I'll be that guy that stays up all night and play. I just don't. I don't have the self-control. It'd be like, oh, all right, we got big plans on the weekend. We're gonna go to the beach and we're gonna go hang out. Nope, sorry guys, I'm raiding Karazhan. Sorry, raiding Molten Core. Like I know that's gonna be me. I just can't even dip my toe into that.
I wonder. You're gonna be hearing all these stories of us playing. I wonder if you're gonna dip your toe in it.
No, I can't.
It's gonna happen.
No. I mean, trust me, if I had infinite time or whatever, I want to. That's the problem. It seems fun. I know I would enjoy it, but I would put too much time into it, and I know I wouldn't be able to have self-control with it.
That's the funny thing, because I don't know if you would enjoy it, because it's super slow now compared to everything else. I just want to see you play it, and I want to see what your thoughts on it. It'd be funny.
I mean, I like that style of combat where everything's like on a cooldown and stuff. Because they're, especially with the raids, because there's a collaborative thing to it. It's like, okay, you got a poison. Okay, like do your stuff so you lose aggro. Don't attack too much. Make sure like there's things to keep track of. Like obviously, it's not a quick, fast action game, but you know.
All I know is that it's been 15 years, 13, 12 years since we last played this game.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's a lot of years, Taylor.
I know.
You were the cartoon fiend when we were playing.
Cartoon fiend. That's right. So let me ask you this: so for the for WoW Classic, do they have the updated character models and stuff, or is it all old stuff?
It's all old stuff.
Everything's old, pure old everything.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have like the human hunters. They don't have the new class combos or anything like that either.
Nope. Everything's classic. That means everything that was broken in classic is broken. So nice. All I know is that the graphic settings are better. So, you know, back in the day we were played in 4:3. Now it's widescreen. Now you can turn it like ultra. So now you can see like all this detail that wasn't in the WoW before. Back in the, so that's really funny. So yeah.
What are you gonna play, or what class, whatever?
On Alliance, I'm gonna be Dwarf Hunter.
Dwarf Hunter, nice.
I don't know what I'm gonna play on Horde. Probably gonna be it's gonna be with Kimpy. So you said we're probably gonna be a warrior, but Kimpy's gonna be playing. He's gonna be level 30 when I'm level 5. So I don't know what's gonna happen.
He's playing Horde.
Yeah.
Then I definitely don't want to play. I don't like Horde.
Yeah, right. I told him we gotta play Alliance.
For the Alliance, Kimpy, come on.
Alliance has better areas. I'm sorry, Kimpy.
And they just look cooler. They look cooler with the armor on.
Yeah. I was just saying because Horde leveling up, it's all like desert plains and desert. Like everything is desert.
The Barrens, yo.
Yeah, Barrens. It's barren. It's boring. Alright, guys. So that's it for this episode. We'll be back next week with all our E3 talking points. That episode's probably going to be a little later because we kind of want all the E3-ness to be passed by first before we record. So probably going to be like a Thursday or Friday episode instead of a normal Tuesday. I'm sorry, this one came out on Wednesday. I think I'm going to change it so episodes are going to be coming out either on Tuesday or Wednesday because sometimes we're going to have to record like the day before because of our work schedules. So that's probably going to be a new thing. I'll keep everything updated on Twitter, so be sure to follow our Twitters, or not all our Twitters, the main channel's Twitter. Yep. And yeah, so we'll be back next week. And thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on iTunes if you're listening. Be sure to give us a rating. It helps us greatly. Gives us a lot more viewage. to everyone. I've noticed since a lot more people are reviewing on iTunes, we're getting a lot more people from iTunes to listen and joining our Discord, so it's cool. But yeah. So thanks for everything, and we'll be back next week. See ya.
Bye.